into match number 3 we go now with some more juggernauts in prime time contention with the likes of Portugal looking to make it 3 wins out of a possible 3. But what about the Danes? Can they beat the Spanish on their own turf? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today it's Nations League over in UEFA, match number 3. Part 3, that's right, as we look forward to yet another round of games in Europe. We'll get to that in a minute. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want stop shop for Nations League is right here under one roofski. We've got Rovers, European football, world football. We've got it all here under one roofski. And we are a growing family. And speaking of family, big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. And also a big shout out to the members. Goodness gracious me. Welcome to the party. And I do appreciate your support as family members. And speaking of members, there is another way. You can become a member of the family, and it costs you absolutely nothing. All it does, all you required is a cheeky wee vote. That's right. Vote, vote, vote. Costs you nothing, 20 seconds of your time. Best club content creator for the Football League. Best podcast for the Football League. You're looking for Blackburn Rovers seeds. We're up against some real weirdos such as them Dingle lot, and we've got to beat them. But I can only beat them with your vote. So please go ahead and vote. There's a link in the description. There's a QR code on the screen. Everything you need is right there. So I do appreciate any and which votes you can do. And if you're very, very good and very, very nice and want to be my best friend for life, you will vote as many times as you can. Use the incognito mode. Get many, many votes to keep Rovers relevant. Anyway, speaking of relevance, it is match number 3. We're going to recap match number 2, though, with some of these nations in prime action. Here they are, including Croatia's big win over Poland, Portugal making 2 wins out of 2, beating Scotland, the Danes picking up a big win over Serbia, Spain back to winning ways with a 4-1 win over the Swiss, Slovakia's 2-0 win over Azerbaijan, Sweden beating Estonia, Belarus beating Luxembourg, Bulgaria taking out Northern Ireland, and the Gibraltar and Liechtenstein duking out to a 2-2 draw. Did all right with my predictions, and of course this is where we would usually say, let's take a look at the prediction league, but due to poor numbers or just lack of interest, we're not going to go there this time around. So please, if you want to take a part in predicting the games yourself, copy the link, copy the stuff in the middle of the description now of all the games, right next to that link where you can vote as well. Copy all that, paste it in the comment section, and stick your games in there and your results and stuff like that. Before we get into the next round of games, this is a quick update on the tables. We're looking at Portugal, who are doing the business in Group 1. Italy also dominating at the minute over in League A Group 2. Germany and the Dutch in a two-way tie at the moment for League A Group 3. And the Danes currently 2 points in charge of Spain, who they do, of course, lock horns this coming match day. Finally, we'll drop down a peg here to League B Group 1. It's Georgia and Greece with England in hot pursuit in their respective groups. Slovenia, Norway in charge in League B Group 3. Turkey and the Welsh dominating League B Group 4. And then into League C, we have the Swedes and the Slovakians locked level peg. And Romania are in charge in League C Group 2. North Macedonia are in charge at the moment in League C Group 4 with Belarus, Bulgaria 1 point better off than Northern Ireland. And then finally, it's San Marino, it's Moldova with Malta in hot bloody pursuit. Those are those, and these are this. Once again, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, please go ahead and vote. Costs you 20 seconds of your time, tops. And of course, if you very, very want to be my best mate for life, you'll find many ways to vote, whether it's in Chrome, in Edge, in Firefox. Each way is a very, very cheeky way of getting a vote in. And I need every single one of them. So please, more votes to keep us going. So please, please, please go ahead and vote. Link is in the description down below to help you out. So these are the next round of games, and we are coming at you thick and fast. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in with the top of the shop, and that's going to Croatia. All right, then, off to Zagreb we go as Croatia take on Scotland, my beloved Scotland, of course. Over in League A Group 1. Croatia so far second to the table with a win and a defeat. Thus far, Scotland now without a win in the last 6 matches. pretty grim stuff for them at the moment. I think we're going here. Of course, Croatia, 50% form for them, and they've played Scotland 4 times since 2008. We got 1 win for Croatia, 2 for Scotland. There's been 1 draw between the 2 sides. Last time around, it was over at the Euros back in 2021. 3-1 win it was for Croatia back in June that year. Scotland did pick up a couple of wins, and their most recent one was a 2-0 win over Croatia back in October 2013. That was in Scotland. But thus far, Croatia did lose to Portugal opening day. They bounced back with a 1-0 win over Poland over in Croatia. The Scots opening up with a narrow loss to Poland, a narrow loss to Portugal. Can they get it right 3rd time around? It's not looking good. The bookies are going with Croatia. Scotland are the underdog. My heart says Scotland. My head says Croatia. Going to go with a draw here. Sitting on the fence. I think Scotland will somehow mastermind a goal. There are some individuals in the Scottish team that are playing out their skin. Scott McTominay, John McGinn, if he's fit and raring to go. Yeah, and I just think they'll somehow get a result here against a Croatia side, not necessarily playing their best football at the moment. Over to Poland we go now as they take on Portugal in the Battle of the Peas. Same group as this one, or the previous one. Of course, locking horns for what will be the 11th time since 1982. Poland, under Michael Probiec, 42% form for them. Right now they sit 3rd with 1 win to their name. Portugal under Roberto Martinez, back-to-back wins for them. Top the charts at the moment with 6 points over possible 6. Now they played 10 times, 5 wins for Portugal, 2 for Poland, 3 draws as well. Speaking of draws, the last time they played, it was over in Portugal and it was a 1-1 draw back in November 2018. Last time they played, though, in a competitive singular game action in Poland, it was a 0-0 draw way back in February 2012. Poland opening up with a 3-2 win against Scotland, and they followed up with a 1-0 loss to Croatia. So far, it's been pretty good for Portugal, beating Croatia and Scotland, but both of those games were in Portugal. This is their first away match of the Nations League, and it will actually be back-to-back away matches in this part of the tournament here. Bookies, though, they'll go with Portugal here. Overwhelming favourites. Poland, the underdogs. But a win for Poland ain't out of the question. But unfortunately, I am backing Portugal to get this. 2-1 win. 3 goals in it. But plenty of drama. Next up, we head over to Serbia, coming at you on this same match day, which, of course, is the 12th of October. Serbia taking on Switzerland, coming out of the Dubrovka Stadium. Serbia currently under Dragan Stojkovic without a win in the last 5 matches. They sit 3rd here with just 1 point to the name. Switzerland, 3 defeats on the spin under Murat Yakin. They're currently find themselves bottom of the pile. However, they have played Serbia twice since 2018, picking up 2 wins in succession, with the most recent match being in Serbia. Actually, both of these games were in the World Cup, so they've never played against them on Serbian soil, but picked up back-to-back wins both in the World Cup in 2018 and the World Cup in 2022. Serbia make it back-to-back games without, actually 1, 2, 3 games without scoring a goal for them. As for the Swiss, picked up a 2-0 loss to the Danes, picked up a 4-1 loss to Spain. The bookies on this one, they'll go with, it's quite tight, but leaning towards Serbia as the Swiss have a bit of an identity crisis. I think I am leaning towards the Swiss getting something out of this. Going to go with a draw, which is better for the Swiss than the Serbians at this part of the competition over in League A Group 4. Head over to Spain as they take on the Denmarks. That's right, Denmark for a pride spot at the top of that group. That is League A Group 4. Spain coming at you with sitting in second with 4 points of a possible 6 up against the Danes, who have back-to-back wins and 6 points so far to their name. Played 11 times since 1974. 10 wins for Spain, nothing for the Danes. 1 draw, of course. Most recently, they did play in Denmark, and that was a long time ago, back in August 2008. 3-0 win it was for Spain, who, of course, got that nice run against the Danes heading into this one. But, of course, Spain opened up with a 0-0 draw against Serbia in Serbia, followed up with a 4-1 win over Switzerland in Switzerland. This is their first match over in Spain in the Nations League. Denmark have got back-to-back 2-0 wins in their qualification phase so far, beating Switzerland and Serbia with clean sheets to boot. Bookies will go overwhelmingly in favour of the European champions, that is Spain. The Danes are the underdogs. I'm also going 2-0 win. Spain should take this one and put them in command, but it won't be long until November where these two sides lock horns again, this time in Denmark. So we'll see what comes out on top of that one. Lithuania next as they take on Kosovo, of course. Coming at you over in Lithuania, aka the Darius Andriņas Stadium in Kaunas. Lithuania under Argas Janakukas, who is a legend in Lithuanian's football folklore. 3 defeats on the spin though for them right now, 4th in the table with 0 points. Kosovo picking up a win and a defeat thus far. They sit second with 3 points as under Franco Voda. The one time they played, it was a 4-0 win for Kosovo back in March 2021. It was a friendly. But coming into this, Lithuania losing to Cyprus, then losing to Romania in quick succession in September. Kosovo losing to Romania and then followed up with a heavy win over Cyprus in Cyprus to give themselves a chance to maybe challenge for top spot. Bookies, though, they'll go with Kosovo here. Lithuania unfancied, even on their own turf. I think I'll go with Kosovo as well to get something here. 1-0 win. It might not be big, might not be impressive, but it's a 1-0 win. It's 3 points in the bag. Cyprus next, they take on Romania, of course, same group. Of course, coming at you in League C, Group 2. Cyprus under the stewardship of Tumurai Ketsbaya, currently find themselves third with 3 points out of a possible 6. Up against Romania and Mircea Lucescu, who make it back-to-back wins. Coming at you now, these two nations have played 8 times since 1966. Nothing for Cyprus, 7 wins for Romania, 1 draw between the two sides. Romania do have a 7-0 win on their record against Cyprus. That was a long time ago. I think back in 1967. The most recent match in an actual competitive 90-minute affair. It was a 2-0 win for Romania back in August 2006. Cyprus, though, on the back of a 1-0 win over Lithuania, they did follow that up with a 4-0 loss at home to Kosovo. Meanwhile, Romania opened up with a 3-0 win over Kosovo, followed that up with a 3-1 win over Lithuania. They've scored 9 goals in the last 3 games combined. The bookies see them as the favourites. Romania, of course, Cyprus, underdogs on their own turf. Not me. Going to go with Romania as well. 2-0 winners at the AEK Arena in Cyprus. So to Bulgaria now as they take on Luxembourg, of course, as we look forward to that one on the 12th of October. Played 9 times since 1987. Bulgaria under Ilyan Ilyev, unbeaten in the last 8 matches. Against the Luxembourg side under Luke Holtz, just 1 win in the last 6. They've started with 0 points out of a possible 6. Bulgaria are top with 4 points out of a possible 6. Last time they played these two nations in Bulgaria was a 4-3 win for Bulgaria back in September 2016. Prior to that, though, it's been back-to-back draws, both those games taking place in Luxembourg. Bulgarians on the back of a 0-0 draw against Belarus, a 1-0 win over Northern Ireland to make it back-to-back clean sheets. In fact, they've only conceded 1 goal over the last 4 games combined. As for Luxembourg, 1, 2, 3, 4 goals without scoring a goal. 4 games without scoring a goal. Losing to Northern Ireland and Belarus in quick succession. Their last victory was a 2-1 win against Kazakhstan way back in March 2024. The bookies, though, go favourite in Bulgaria. Luxembourg unfancied here. No one's even looking at them. I think I'm also leaning towards Bulgaria here. Oh, I've gone for the draw. What am I thinking? I don't think it's the Luxembourg that I'm thinking of right now. I think they're pretty shit. Realistically, if I could do this again, it would be a win for Bulgaria. But I'll sit on it. I'll stick on it. 1-1. Somehow, somewhere, Luxembourg will fluke a goal. And finally, folks, we head over to Hungary for this match. It is actually Belarus up against Northern Ireland, taking place on the 12th of October. I've pressed the button already. Belarus under Carlos Alos coming at you so far okay over in League C Group 3 with 4 points of a possible 6 against Northern Ireland and Michael O'Neill, 3 points of a possible 6 themselves. Now, they played 3 times since 2016, nothing for Belarus, 3 for Northern Ireland, and there's been 1 draw. There's been no draws between the two sides. Last time around over at Belarus, it was 1 win for Northern Ireland back in June 2019. 3 matches, 3 wins, just 1 goal conceded by Northern Ireland against Belarus. That was in a 2-1 win in Northern Ireland back in 2019. So far, though, Belarus have picked up back-to-back clean sheets, a draw 0-0 against Bulgaria and a 1-0 win over Luxembourg. The Northern Irish have picked up a 2-0 win over Luxembourg. They did lose to Bulgaria in Bulgaria last time around. The bookies, they go with Northern Ireland. They are favoured here, but Belarus are the underdogs. It's played in a third nation here, which of course is Hungary at the ZTE Arena. I am going with a 1-0 win for Northern Ireland, which of course will give themselves a big old boost to try and get into the top 2 spots, if not more than that, in League C Group 3. That, my friends, is what I've got with you. Be sure to get your own votes in right here and your predictions in the old comment section down below. We're looking at Best Club Content Creator Football League, Best Podcast for the Football League for Blackburn Rovers Seas. The link is cut.ly/vote BRFC, 100% free, QR code, link in the description down below. Of course, we'll be back for match number 4, which is just around the corner, so be sure to get in part of the process over there. Subscribe, smash the like. We are done, guys, and we'll see you soon for the next one.